Boy TC, that Ron Michael Cunningham, the Hope Dealer. Coming to you with a hit of hope, man, on this Talk It Out Tuesday, hoping to push you to pursue your purposes, your passions, and the platforms that I believe God has uniquely allowed you to be birthed into this earth to fulfill. This particular hit of hope, man, coming today is talking about transition, as I have been speaking to you about transition, as I am in the middle of one of the greatest points of transition in my life. And y'all, I just want to share with you some points from the journey that hopefully, man, will help you in your pursuit. Listen, today, man, we want to talk about hurt and transition. Hurt and transition. Many of you, like me, have had points in your personal life and in the life of ministry that you understood that it was time for you to transition. It was time for you to move forward because hurt and pain was being imposed on you by those who were leading you or those who supposedly should have loved you. And you understood that you could no longer stay in that position. You could no longer function. You could no longer maximize the purpose in which you were sent there. It was time for you to transition. And many times, y'all, when we are transitioning out of hurt, it's hard for us to move forward and now get to a place that we are now healing and we are now functioning now in our talents and our gifts. It can be so heavy, the hurt, man, that is on us, man, that we can be paralyzed and we can be stuck in the place that we can move from the position that we were in, but we would never get to a place of healing. I'm reminded of a story, man, of a brother who talked with me recently, told me the story that here in Louisville, he was riding down Bardstown Road, one of the busiest streets, main thoroughfares in our city. He looks out his window and he sees a hawk, he says, lying on the street, right in the middle, man, of this busy road, man, this busy thoroughfare. And he says, man, he's looking out and he sees this hawk. He jumps out of his truck, blocks traffic, and he begins to look at the hawk and thinking to himself, how can I help it? Every time he tries to reach down, the hawk would snap at him with his beak. He would flap the wing that was working and keeping him away from him, and he was defending himself. He remembered that there was a conservatory down the street, and he called and he asked them, man, what can I do to help save this hawk? The person on the phone said, you're going to have to throw a sheet or a towel over top of the hawk in order for it to allow you to help it. He said, what do you mean? He said, anytime that you're going to go towards the hawk is going to perceive that you are a part of the danger that hurt it, and it will not allow you to help it. What you're going to have to do is throw the sheet or the towel over the hawk. The hawk will not see you coming. And once you grab the hawk, it will allow you to help it because it cannot see you coming. You're going to blind it from the danger that it perceives that you are. Y'all, that reminds me of many of us who are now trying to exit and move forward when we have been hurt in relationship or hurt in ministry or hurt in service. Many of us, man, we are so functioning out of the hurt that has been imposed on us that when God sends people to help us, or when now doors have been opened that we can exit and move into healing and move back into functioning, y'all, we are so much functioning out of the hurt and the pain that we have felt that, y'all, we won't allow anyone to help us. People come into your life to try to help you, and you flap your wings, and you are edgy, and you are prickly, and you won't allow them to help you. I've been there when I've been snappy at people, or when I've been so defensive that new situations and new opportunities would come, but I would be so defensive in trying to block anybody from touching my pain points that I would not allow help to come. Anything I can do to you today with this hit of hope is to try to challenge you to open yourself back up, to allow help and healing to come. The Bible talks about it in Hebrews. He said, man, faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Is it possible that God is wanting you to allow the sheet or the towel of faith to be now over your eyes so that you now will have to trust that which you cannot see or discern? You don't know, certainly, if the people who are coming in your life will hurt you or help you, but by faith, you're going to allow them to come in. You don't know if the situation that you're going to walk into is going to be better or going to be worse than the situation that you're coming out of. You may have to walk into it blindly, believing that God still has you, will wrap you, he will heal you and protect you. And he will allow you to transition from a place of pain and hurt and now transition it into a place of healing and hope. Hey, I've been hurt. You've been hurt. But it's now time for us to stop functioning out of our hurt and sometimes now move into a place that we are, by faith, going into healing and a place of hope. That we believe that God is going to position us so that we can pursue, man, again, those passions, those purposes and the platforms that God has birthed us out of our pain to fulfill. It's your boy, TC, Theron Michael Cunningham, the Hope Dealer.